I didn't see her face when she walked out. I only heard the click of the door, quick, embarrassed, escaping. And then my brother's laugh, sharp, careless, slicing through the room like he'd won something. "Why would anyone date you?" he repeated, louder this time, like he wanted the words to echo, like humiliation needed amplification. I didn't answer. Silence, I've learned, cuts cleaner than any retort. I grew up cleaning his messes before I learned to clean my own wounds. He was the golden son, the fragile genius with potential. I was the structure around him, the ride to school, the late-night assignment edits, the money slipped into his palm before he even learned to ask with shame. I believed loyalty meant sacrifice, that family meant endurance, that if I carried enough weight, someone would eventually see the bruises on my shoulders. But no one applauds a pillar. They just lean harder. Years ago, he cried when he failed a semester, told me he couldn't face mom, couldn't handle the disappointment. I paid his tuition without letting him choke on gratitude. I protected his secret. I told myself I was doing what a brother should. He called me selfless then. He called me dependable. Funny how the mouth that begged can later spit. The girl was someone I actually liked. Soft voice, steady eyes, no performance. For the first time in a long time, someone looked at me without calculation. No expectation, no debt attached. I brought her home because I thought I was allowed to have something of my own. Then he walked in. Hair messy with entitlement, shoulders slouched with ease, smirk ready-made. He didn't even look at her first, he went straight for me. Seriously? Her? And you? Why would anyone date you? He said it with the same tone he'd use ordering food, blunt, effortless, entitled. She flushed. I froze. He grinned. And in that moment, 10 years of excuses, payments, late-night rescues, and quiet forgiveness finally arranged themselves in my head like coordinates. Humiliation was the inciting spark, but clarity, that was the fire. I didn't yell. Revenge doesn't live in raised volume. It lives in quiet, meticulous arithmetic. I walked out that night. No announcement, no suitcase slamming, no dramatic speech about respect or boundaries. I just left. Left the living room, left the girl who didn't deserve that exit, left the family system where I was the scaffolding and he was the skyscraper. Later, he called. 2 missed rings, then a text. Casual. Don't be sensitive, LOL. She'll get over it. I didn't reply. The first month was silent. He didn't need me yet. That's the thing about dependency. It feels invisible until the rope holding you snaps. By month 2, tuition invoices started arriving. He hadn't opened them. He was waiting for me to. The same way a child waits for dinner, not knowing who cooked all the years prior. By month 3, his college blocked access. He called then. This time, not laughing. Hey, I thought you were still covering it? I said nothing. Bro, don't be dramatic. You know I can't afford this. The word dramatic landed differently now. Projection always sounds like accusation. You're the one who walked out, he added. Funny. He thought I walked out because of a girl, because of embarrassment? No. I left because I finally understood the pattern. His life expanded only because mine contracted. He tried guilt next. Family doesn't abandon each other. Family doesn't humiliate each other, I replied. A beat. Then defensiveness. You're seriously doing this over one joke? Not a joke. A summary. He called me petty. I called it balance. The world didn't collapse. Just his. Scholarship applications too late. Tuition deadlines passed. Summer classes canceled. Graduation delayed. Actions, consequences. Basic cause and effect. The lesson he never learned because I kept rewriting reality for him. This time, I let the equation solve itself. We met again months later. Not planned. Supermarket aisle, fluorescent lighting, 2 carts colliding. He looked smaller. Shoulders lower. Eyes searching. How could you just stop? He asked. Because I finally realized loyalty shouldn't feel like servitude. Because love that only flows one direction isn't love, it's labor. And labor requires compensation, or at least respect. I didn't stop, I said. I just handed your life back to you. He swallowed hard. No jokes now. No audience. No easy target. I walked past him, calm, not triumphant, just done. Freedom doesn't always feel like fireworks. Sometimes it's a quiet exit from a role you never auditioned for. People called it harsh, cold, cruel even. But cruelty is telling someone they're unworthy of being loved in front of the first person who ever tried. Consequence is simply letting the mirror face the mouth that spoke. I owed him tuition, support, advice, protection.